What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and surprise Saturday video. Boom. Adrian is out of town this weekend, so, or at least for today. He'll be back tomorrow. So I did some pulling and some shipping, or we're going to do some shipping. But first, let's see, what can we get into subject-wise? I do like more people are making videos about the eBay website issues. I've seen more and more people starting to talk about it. So that's a good thing. Let's do some context. Let's do since it's a Saturday, we're doing like a different video. Let's try think differently. So yesterday was Friday. I only ended with $656 in sales. Not even at my 720 low end where I like to be. Again, I had several hours where nothing started coming through. I had turned my promoted back on. Yesterday I had several hours where stuff was not really coming through again, so I turned them off, left them off for about an hour, nothing came through, so I turned them back on to see if I can generate something, stimulate something in the algorithm, whatever. But still didn't make it to my low end goal. There's a fly. Ended with, how many items sold? 46. So 13 organic, 33 promoted. I had predicted that my organic number should probably going to be around 15, 16, being that eBay's piggybacking the promoted now. It looked like my numbers, the promoted impressions went up a little. It's starting to go back up again, at least yesterday. So before the big drop of impressions on the 17th, I was doing like 1 million promoted impressions, and I'd have about 14 to 1,500 promoted page views. During the downtime, we're talking 600,000 promoted impressions. So down about 40% in the promoted impressions department. And the promoted page views was more around 1,200, 1,250. There's 1,173. So we could just say probably 1,200 as an average as opposed to 1,500. So the actual page views was down a lot less than the impressions, which kind of led me to believe maybe they stopped. It's either a glitch, one, or they stopped doing promoted in low click-through areas. But being we know the website's full of problems and glitches, that's probably where it's going to go. And so then yesterday, the promoted impressions, so 600 to 1 million, I had 750. So it went up a little bit, yet the page views were the least of any day. It was 1,130. Well, not the least of any day. The day before that was only 800. The day before that was only 1,000. Okay, so the last few days, not counting yesterday, but the few days before that was actually the worst. So now it's starting to go up. So as of right now, we're 1:15. 2 o'clock's my halfway point in the day. 2 p.m. Central is 12 California. I've already got 460,000 promoted impressions, which tells me that's going to end, let's just call it 1 million. So that number may be right today, or back to normal today. And promoted page views, 477, so we'll just call it 1,000. If that's true, then the promoted page views are still going to be even lower than they have been, period, before. So once again, we have the number rising but the sales falling. And that's happened a lot where when your numbers all of a sudden spike high, you have one of the lowest sale days. And what's causing that, I have no idea. Being we are almost halfway, I'm at $330. So say $350 by 2, and that would be a $700 day. So I'd be just a little bit up from yesterday. And the last 3 days have gone up a little. And like I've said many times before, when my chart is on a steady decline or steady, that means something went wrong. So now we may have 4 days of that little steady incline back. I'm not sure. And I'm going to say it again. I think the only thing that's saving me with all these side issues, because there's so many of you that have a lot less listings and that are struggling hard, is my volume. I honestly believe my volume is what's saving me. How many of you got a Top Flight hat in your store, right? A Gladeville Gators hat. I think these little things like this is what's saving me. Some of the stuff that normally people would just pass on, low dollar vinyl or low dollar 45s, most people pass on those. And then you times my vinyl by however many I got up, times my CDs by 13,000, cassettes 13,000, hats 13,000. The volume is what's saving me. So, being that we do not see, that's the hard thing. If you have the stuff, get it listed. Get the volume listed. That's the only way it feels like I'm surviving is by volume. And baby girl. And what makes it hard is if the stuff's not selling and you don't have it, it's hard to go out and get it because you're not making the money. So I am very thankful to be in the situation I am with 5 storage areas paid off, because I could be really feeling a lot worse than I am. And that's why I'm trying to find stability. When I do these videos, I'm trying to find that stability, that stable thing, so I can say, it's hard to give advice on how to do things better on your side of it when I have no foundation to even help myself, you know? Like I said, the only thing I think is helping me is the volume. So if you have the volume laying not listed, get it listed. Put in extra couple of hours a day. Get it listed. Also, too, that will pay off come fourth quarter. You gotta remember, it's still summer, which is always been my lowest month of the year. I still do well, but always my lowest month of the year. The economy, everybody's still, you know, I'm not saying we're in a recession, but everybody's strapped in some way or another. So it's just very hard to give advice on what to, and that's what bothers me is that I can't say. That's why I try to give every little piece I can with this, like with turning off the promotions and turning back on. And then I saw a video yesterday where I don't want, he's been around for a while, so I don't want to get his channel wrong. Let me see if I can find it so I don't get it wrong. He turned off, there he is, Joe, Hubcap Joe. So let me see if he's got where his YouTube channel is. I have to click on this person I don't like to get to his. I don't like this dude at all. Never been a fan of his. Look, he don't even put a link for the guest in his video. How rude. All right. But you guys probably know who I'm talking about. I don't remember his... is his YouTube channel Hubcap Joe? I know. No, crazy NY driver. CRAZEENY driver. That's right. But he would have 0, 1, 2 sales. He turned his promotions off. The day he turned them off, he got 9 sales. Then the next day he started getting 0 again. So that's what another kind of feeling where I go off, on, off, on, off, on. Maybe I'll do something. That's what I did last night. And if things start slowing down again this evening, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to turn it off, wait an hour or two, then turn them back on, see what happens. But other than that, get to ship some of this and then that's the thing I want to keep about my channel. Like been seeing like comments on other channels and stuff about how YouTubers are not, well, they're doing this over here, they're doing that over there, and they don't have to care about talking about eBay because they're making their money elsewhere, or their viewers are buying most of their stuff and stuff like that. And that's why I'm always trying to be open about everything on this channel, so you can see everything I do, every avenue, even of the income, where you can either find something to work into your system or build on what you're doing. That being said, GiroPack. Thanks, everybody. Link down below. Urban Picker code, 10% savings for you if you use it. That money, I can't believe, is up to $122.22 right now in affiliate money that you guys use the link to buy your supplies. Appreciate that big time. They also sent me a message. I don't know what it entails yet, and asked me to be wanted to make a long-term partnership. So I don't know what that's going to entail or include. Maybe hopefully free material. I don't know. We'll see. But it's all because you guys supporting me and using my link to buy your supplies. So much appreciated. So even something like that, I am going to give you all the details. We go over my YouTube money every Thursday. What I've been doing too is uploading these videos now, either later in the day to Instagram. And I'm going to see if I can start getting a lot of views on Instagram and see if I can get some monetization on Instagram. So yeah, that's why I'm just open about everything. And that being said, I do have the Vendoo link down below too. If you want to use that, I think you save 25% off your first months if you use Vendoo. So I'm keeping Vendoo, and I've been pulling items over into Vendoo as I list them on eBay. And then I spend about an hour on Vendoo every day getting those items put up over on Poshmark. Then I also found Flip, FLYP, I think. And I'm using that for all the social stuff on. I ain't using it to cross list. I'm just using it it's a free thing. And I'm using it for the social part of Poshmark to keep it active in hopes to generating sales. So like with the sharing, sharing other people's closet stuff, following people, and just building the Poshmark. That being said, I got about 400 or 300, almost 300 or almost 400, I don't remember which one, items already on the Posh. I sold one item overnight already, so that's cool. So yeah, so I'm just, eBay is forcing me to eBay's forcing me to use Poshmark. And that's what they're doing. As I said yesterday, when eBay's working properly, I have no time to cross list because I'm selling so many items. I'm selling 80 items a day, 90 items a day, 100 items a day. And I've barely had any of those days in the past 2 years since all these issues really started. Every once in a while I'll have one. And that one time I had almost a half a month where I was getting over 70, I believe, right in the 70 area, the 1st of July. But then it crashed again and what have you. Or was that June, 1st of June? I don't remember now. I don't even remember. Days go by so quick now. So I think that's one reason, the fact that I talk so much, maybe that keeps a lot of the trolls and the haters out of my comments, is because I'll talk about any damn thing. I don't care. So there's really nothing, you know, if you attack me on something, chances are it's because you're not watching my videos. And that's what the last several trolls or haters have been comment-wise, is I don't even comment to really most of them. If I'm feeling in a joking mood, I might make a joke here and there, but my original thought is, you clearly don't watch the videos. Watch the videos. And so anyway, that being said, let's get some items shipped and go from there. Oh, another thing I got in, if you guys haven't seen, and I've sold 2 so far. Vern, My Boring Reseller Life. The link is below also. They're in my eBay store. So if you want a Vern sticker with My Boring Reseller Life, remember, half of this is going to go to Stray Rescue of St. Louis in the name of Vern. So, keeping Vern alive. I like that. Look at it. I almost didn't cry. Almost didn't tear up. Stay in there, tear. Stay. Got choked up. No tear up. Stop, James, or you're going to tear up. Oh, yeah, Miss Courtney still. You're the next sticker, girl. Sooner than later. Right? I'll make her a sticker maybe in a couple of weeks. Get her a sticker too. Yeah. So to the person who says I'm making money off my dog, I'm keeping my dog alive. Stop it. Okay. Now I went too far. Damn it. Why'd you do that, James? You went too far. All right, I do got a little bit amount here. What did we sell? How many items today so far? Today we do have 27 items sold. So some of this is today, some of this is today's, and some of this is today's. And how many times are you going to say that, James? Some of this is from today, and some of it's from overnight. So if we're at 27 now, we should hit close to 60 items if it keeps going. But like yesterday, I told you I had a couple hours where it just turned off again. So I turned off promoted, waited about an hour, nothing happened, no sales still, waited about an hour and a half, nothing. So then I turned it back on. And then a little bit of more sales started coming in. So I don't know. It's impossible to figure out what the hell's going on. And I don't want to speculate too much like other people are. We got this Marimoy running cap. Running caps always do pretty well. Sold for $7, headed to Lowell, Massachusetts. And doing well, I mean selling at a decent sell-through. I don't want to necessarily... I see some others say, things like, eBay's trying to push out the small seller, or, trying to find an agenda, basically, to all these issues. And I don't really want to go there because I don't want to believe something like that. I just want to try to believe what is actually factual, where, yes, we know they are trying to do more on the high-end market. But that's not what eBay is about. So I hope that is not totally lost in the system, but are some of the changes they're making to focus on that higher dollar stuff in the changes they're making hurting the smaller stuff, right? The smaller sellers. That's the part like where I try to figure things out. Instead of saying eBay's doing something, I'm trying to figure out if what they're doing, what the actions that they're doing, what is becoming of those. If that makes sense. It does make sense. I'm not talking properly today. It don't seem. So I'm still, number one, this is almost like conspiracy theories or like Bigfoot theories and stuff. The number one theory on my mind, at the top of my list still, is they're in server switch out mode still, trying to repair all the problems, plus make all the changes, plus change out the servers all at the same time. And like that has been said or implied, just do it. We'll deal with the consequences later, the fixing of the site, etc., etc. Which, as I stated, is a poor business move, poor business strategy. Because whether the CEO likes it or not, we are his bread and butter. Columbia Outdoors hat, sold for $750. Headed to Alameda, California. Alameda, California. eBay, the name alone is never going to be known for high-end product. It's just not going to be that way. It's going to be known, to be honest with you, from the street level, eBay is going to be known for high-end fakes before they're going to be known for high-end items. And I don't think nothing you can do can change that. That being said, eBay has a separate feel for eBay Motors. When you list it, it comes up differently in your seller hub. When it's listed, you go to ebaymotors.com. Why don't they start eBay Luxury brand or ebayluxury.com and kind of make it a subset of eBay like eBay Motors is? That way you're adding to your brand without hurting what created eBay. Would that make too much sense for somebody to do? Maybe that's why it's not being done. I don't know. So many drums, so little time. T-shirt. So for $850, headed to Elria, Ohio. But that being said, I am trying to learn and stuff more about Poshmark and that, and playing around over there. I will eventually do some videos where you can see my screen and you can see the process I'm using Vendoo for. don't know if I'm supposed to talk about Flip too much, because technically you're not supposed to be using that kind of stuff over there. So I don't know if I should be talking about it, but yet there's videos out there, right? I do know that Flip is set up to not do over 6,000 like shares per day, because that's not allowed, and you can get a timeout on Posh for doing that. So I'm not sure. All right, so the first sticker to a viewer, I recognize the name, Jacqueline, headed to Whitestone, New York. So we got Vern, yay. We got Vern sticker. Got Vern sticker. Vern sticker number 1 out the door. Yay. Keeping the baby boy alive. Makes me happy. Next up, we've got, are you ready for a t-shirt live? Yeah. We got Pittsburgh State University shirt. We've got Tennessee Volunteers. Okay. And we've got Wildcats. Kentucky Wildcats locked and loaded tee. 3 t-shirts headed to Carmel, Indiana. And sold for $28.30. $28.30. All right. I wish there would just be something that would become stable, right? And not more for all the smaller sellers out there who are just, I know it's a nightmare for. That's what bothers me. But I mean, I have 51,000 items, and I'm finding myself having to cross list now. In my eyes, that's scary, because it's something I never had to do before. And I never had to do that with a lot less items. We got a vintage St. Louis Cardinals Chicago trip hat from 1986. Sold for $12.60, staying in the area of St. Louis. And that's the thing, if this is somehow intentional, you're basically killing eBay. You're killing it. It's going to die a slow death if this is intentional. Even if it's not intentional, if you don't do something about it, I mean, how many sellers have already had to quit or go get jobs because of this crap? So all I can do is share with you all the ways that I am trying to expand my income, because eBay's scary nowadays. Poshmark, the affiliate link, YouTube. Next up, we got Eagles Greatest Hits Volume 2 on cassette. Sold for $4, headed to Pace, Florida. I haven't used Mercari yet because I have heard no good about the printer situation, printing labels. I've heard no good thus far from that. And then I've seen the last several days where people, the cross post listing things have been having problems with Mercari, not working properly. So as of right now, I'm not touching Mercari because it just seems like a big nightmare. And I don't have the time for that kind of nightmare right now. How does this person get the hint? $4.50, I say $5.99. They say $5, I say $5.99. They come back $5 again. I'm just going to decline. I clearly don't want it. Clearly don't. Did share die? Because I just sold 2 share items today so far. I know she just released something, but I don't even know what that was. No. She has not passed. Okay. She's launching gelato. What is gelato? I don't even know what gelato is. Oh, with her own ice cream truck called Gelato. Okay. So, an ice cream truck. So I guess that's why she's in the news, so her stuff's selling. All right, next up we've got Car Grill Elevator, New Madrid, Missouri hat. Sold for $6, headed to Swinkley, Pennsylvania. And I think a lot of the reasons these bigger YouTubers are not talking about it, people keep saying, why aren't the, and I've said it, bigger ones, kind of just realized they're not making their money on eBay. They don't care. They're making videos acting like they're making money on eBay. So they're out of touch with what's actually going on. Or they don't have enough items to see what's going on. And they're making probably 90% of the revenue by the 20,000 hits they're getting on per video. And that's probably the biggest reason why there are no huge resellers talking about it. Then I saw somebody say that, again, it's the items I'm selling. And then I saw that somebody responded, which would have been my same response. You can't, all this stuff can't be hot one week and then totally dead the next week. It doesn't make sense. My items mattered last week, but this week they don't matter. And then guess what? When I'm getting no airs on eBay, they all of a sudden matter again. And now, that's what I say. Those people are kind of just, they don't have a clue of what's going on in the resale world. They're just trolling. Next up, we got the second Vern sticker. Yay! All right. Staying in the area, going to St. Anne, Missouri. So thank you, James, if you watch my videos. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Get a little Vern. Little Vern. I often wonder when I say her name if she kind of, every once in a while I'll say it just to see if Courtney reacts in any way, but I haven't really noticed any kind of reaction, so. I did not pull that one. Did I pull this vinyl? Yeah, I know I pulled the vinyl. Where's it at? Mr. Vinyl. Did you fall down behind? Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, Miller. We've got Weaver's Gold. The Weavers. Sold for $4. Headed to Hatfield, Massachusetts. And I guess you could kind of view my Found on Friday. If you take just Found on Friday and kind of put it into comparison with smaller stores, like this past week, I sold, after Tuesday, I've sold one item on Found on Friday, so I wasn't able to shop for Found on Friday because I didn't feel comfortable putting money back in right now if the sales volume dropped off. The first part of the week, the weekend, the Friday through Saturday, I sold a buttload of stuff. Saturday through Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, I've sold one. So if we take that, you can kind of do a comparison. And like the Found on Friday can equal kind of a small store by itself. And you know, and that kind of shows the volume that's saving me when you take the rest of my store and what I'm selling. But then again, the Poshmark that I sold overnight was a Found on Friday item. So I do have that, but that was on Posh. All right, Gladeville Gators. Headed to Mount Juliet, Tennessee for $6. Person emailed me and asked me if I'm in Tennessee because this is the elementary school he went to. So. I'll save that one to later. International wise, we got Canada, Germany, Netherlands, and that's it. It's pretty light on the international again. We got Top Flight hat sold for $9.50, headed to Winchester, Kentucky. eBay made me do it, and I do it again. I'm gonna go out with the bang. Hello? Spam? Spam? I can't believe this meat keeps calling me spam. My daddy used to eat spam when I was a little kid. I guess they don't want to talk. They never want to talk about spam. It's funny because you can tell it's a computer that calls because there's always dead silence for a minute and then you start hearing background noise. So you know they're all like computers that call, and when somebody finally answers, somebody pick up a line. All right, Sticks Pieces of 8 CD. Sold for $4, headed to Jacksonville, Florida. because it's 5. Oh, man. Boink. Little River Bond. 45. So for $4, headed to Reno, Nevada. Let's see what we get. Reno, Nevada. What is it? Reno, littlest big city or something like that? Littlest big city. That's probably going to have to go media. Yep. Boom, 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 ba-dum, 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 boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Sold another one of a yard sale find. Fix this address first. And another one of those Matchbox boxes. Yeah, just drop it, James. Vintage Matchbox boxes. Headed to Hidalgo, Texas. Something like that. So for $8. The last person who ordered one from me, I put it in this. They emailed me and go, "What did you ship it in?" And I go, "A white cardboard envelope like you'd send cards in." And they accidentally threw it away. So they found it in their trash. I think since I didn't go to Found on Friday yesterday, I didn't do yard sales this morning. I think after I'm done here, I'm going to go get my frozen Coke for the week. Since I didn't get one yet. Go and get me a frozen Coke to enjoy. Did I pull this one? Yes, I did. I remember. We got a Kids Vale, Colorado hat. Sold for $9.50. Headed to Yakima, Washington. Yakima, Washington. Boing, 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 boing. I was hoping to start getting a few more items on Poshmark sale right off the bat, but hasn't even been really 24 hours yet, so. And I just got started, so. But the more I kind of just see about things, they're like, where how like millions of items are shared consistently all the time. I'm like, man, no wonder. It's gonna be hard to get your stuff really seen, I guess, unless somebody's really looking for it. And are people on Posh going to look for the type of stuff that they would look for on eBay? Like one thing that I put up some of the media, but they charge $7.97 for shipping, and that's expensive for a $5 CD. But I have looked into solds of CDs and seen that there was $5 CDs that sold that I get like $3.50, $4 out of on eBay. They've sold for $5 there with $7.97 shipping. So I'm like, well, if I got the volume and it doesn't cost me to keep it there and list it there, then maybe it's worth it, So I don't know. Rise Against Appeal to Reason CD. Sold for $5. Headed to Cape Coral, Florida. The problem with the Vendor, the way I got to use it, is since I got so much, it won't just pull it all over because I've got more than 40,000 items. If you got under 40,000 items, it'll pull it all over for you. And then that makes it super quick. So I have to pull it over one at a time, and it'll only pull up the top 96 of my newest listings on eBay. So once I get those pulled over, I either have to list some, then pull those over, or I have to end and sell similar, pull those over, or if my stuff is ending on eBay and automatically relisting, that stuff will show up. So then I just kind of go in there several times a day and pull the stuff over when it's newly done, whether I've listed it or my eBay has ended and relisted something. Pull that stuff over. And then at about 7 at night, I will sit down and put about an hour into just getting all that stuff that I pulled over into Vendoo onto Poshmark. So it takes me a little bit longer than it would take you if you have under 40,000 items in your store. You could do all yours at one click pull over, where I have to do each one individually. Click, wait. So I got like 2 pages open. So I do one here to get it started, then go to the second page, get it started, come back to page 1. But now I think I got it down where I can do 3. I'll be able to do 3 pages open. So I can do 1, do 2, do 3. By the time I come back to 1, it should be done. Because now when I come back from 2 to 1, I still have to wait a few seconds for it to reload for the steps I have to do. So I think I can go 3 windows now and get 3 items started. And when I come back to the first, the next step should be done, be able to be done, and then kind of roll like that, so it's a little bit quicker for me. We've got this white weaved fedora hat, sold for $9, headed to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Let's see if I can squeeze you into here since you're flexible. That's what he said. Okay. Boom. I was supposed to buy the money under 25. Next up, we've got a Chick-fil-A hat. Sold for $9.50. Headed to Campbellton, Florida. Campbellton, Florida. Quiet for a little bit. 1:41. We're about 20 minutes since something sold. Somebody came in and bought a bunch of Sinead O'Connor promo CD singles I had. Apparently I had more than I thought I did. All right, Chingy CD. Headed to Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Sold for $7. Yeah, I figured since I make these videos, they're already on my phone, it wouldn't. It's nothing just to hit upload onto Instagram and throw them there. I wonder where else I can throw them in. I think Twitter's going to start paying creators now. But I don't think you can do long videos on Twitter though yet. Or X, whatever you want to call it. All right, next up we've got the Sinead O'Connor promos. So are you ready for a city light? Yes. Did I forget one? I guess I forgot one. No Man's Wonder. Jealous. What is this one called? Bomb the Base. Shelf 29. Fire on Avalon. Sinead O'Connor. Fire on Avalon. Is this a case or Sinead O'Connor? Fire on Babylon. Is Fire on Babylon? Yeah, Fire on Babylon. Ooh, that needs resurfaced. Boom. So we have 4 promo singles sold for $20.50. Headed to San Fran. Didn't somebody leave their heart there? And now it's been pooped on because they left it in the street? Mm-hmm. My heart got pooped on in San Francisco. My heart got stolen in San Francisco. What happened to the $10 million toilets they were supposed to make in San Francisco? Next up, we've got Led Zeppelin 4, cassette only. Sold for $7. Headed to Long Beach, California. We let the mentally ill run free in San Francisco. I honestly don't know how bad San Francisco is. I just know a lot of people talk about it being bad. Never been there myself. Next up, we've got All Day I Dream About Sex, yes, all day. I dream about sex and all day. I dream about sex and all day. I dream about sex, yes, all day. I dream about sex, yes, all day. I dream about sex, yes, all day. All day I dream about sex. Where did I put you? I know I put a new one there. Did we already use it? And we go through these lids pretty quick. Yes, all day. I dream about sex, yes, all day. I dream about sex all day. Get up there. All day. Whoops, that one's broke too. Let me get this black one since that's a color case. Or a white background, I should say. All day I dream about I haven't had Korn come up on my playlist in a long time. I gotta check and make sure their stuff's still up there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 got hair stuck in my lip. La 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 la. We've got Gold's Gym St. Louis t-shirt. Size 2XL. You got a lot of muscles if you got a 2XL going to Gold's Gym. Or you just haven't burned that fat yet. Sold for $9. Headed to Georgia. Georgia. You know, that place the devil went down to. Alright, I told myself I'd just give myself an hour and then go back to listing. After I go get my frozen Coke anyway. Right, baby girl? Right, baby girl? Been giving her Benadryl because she's been itchy like crazy. You look in better spirits with the Benadryl in you. Yes, you do. Don't look as defeated. Like, I just scratch everywhere for me. All right. Still got a lot of stuff here, though. I can go over some of it with you if you want. Let's see. What's up, baby girl? What's up, baby girl? We got... You gonna help me? We got our hymns. Found that in the Iowa bins with a bunch of other religious songbooks. That sold for $7. We got Quake demo thing that was with a magazine back in the day, PC Gaming. That sold for $7. We've got a basketball book. That sold for $7. What's with these sevens? Sevens. Got my the Crocs found on Friday. Sold for $20. I've got 345s. Judy Collins, Arlo Guthrie, and the Platters. All three sold for $11.64, and that was with free shipping since they paid full price and bought more than two. And we got another Sinead O'Connor, Am I Your Girl CD. Boom, sold for $4.20. John Schlitt CD sold for $9.50. Black Tie When the Night Falls CD sampler, radio sampler, sold for $18. We've got Rocky t-shirt, sold for $10.50. We've got Rockin' Johnny CD, sold for $6. Got a Patagonia t-shirt, sold for $10. We've got an LL Bean sun hat, sold for $10.50. That's what I'm saying, this volume of just different random stuff, you know. This ain't all the brand name stuff everybody tries to say you should niche into, right? Just all this just little stuff. Minnesota Twins vintage ball cap sold for $18. Not Pooled, a Mizzou t-shirt sold for $8. A Cher CD sold for $4.20. Western Frontier Pipeline hat sold for $10.50. Frankie Valli DVD sold for $6.50, and that might be a found on Friday. An Alaska hat sold for $9.50. We've got some XERU Xero shoes, men's shoes, sold for $21. And then I got these MBX jeans here that sold on True Gather. And they sold for $19. And then the radio I showed you yesterday, which was a found on Friday item, new in box, sold for $36. I haven't shipped that yet. So boom. And I'll finish those up later. Mark is unread. And then I just got a $9 offer on a red Bass Pro trucker hat. So I will accept that. And that's the sales thus far. We are at 2:11 p.m. So right halfway point, $364. So that's about a $720 day. That's where I need to be, low end. So we'll see if I get there today. Still down 14.4% overall. The eBay YouTuber Hayfrosells, Hayfrosells, has been giving you shout outs in his last few videos. Great stuff about conspiracy of eBay captain sales. Nice. That's cool. Hey James, thanks for the updates. For some reason I am getting emails from eBay of items I have never looked at. I've heard several people say that they're getting emails from either email, yeah, I think it was emails, or emails that they never looked at, also showing up on their previously viewed stuff, but yet they never viewed that. So yeah, I've heard something similar to that. So I put up all those shorts overnight from like, I don't remember when I started, 9 p.m. every hour and an hour and 15 minutes up until about 2 a.m. So I got a bunch of shorts of eBay technical errors and issues put up last night. So, alrighty, that's it. So thanks everybody for watching, and a special edition of Saturday video. Yay! And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.